2 new events, and a ton of other content. Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We've got a lot to talk about today, including this week that we're getting a new package update that is probably going to be pretty big. As far as I know, the size of this update is probably going to be more or less the size of the entire game. It could also be less or even more, but we know that once the game is completely installed, it should end up being more or less the same size as the game was before the update. What does this package update bring? Well, as far as I know, it's going to bring some optimizations to the game, possible ping improvements, optimizations for older characters, and even more. We're not completely sure on all the details of what we're getting. What we do know is, though, if you don't update the game, then you won't be able to play Identity 5. This is what NetEase has said themselves, so make sure you get that patch updated and make sure that you do have a good internet connection when you do so. And probably don't use mobile data unless you have a really good plan for it. There is a reward upon downloading the package update, and that is 10 memory spheres that you get for free, just, I'm assuming, in your post. Another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting the Fabled Night Under the Silver Moon event. This is an event that we talked a little bit about last week. It is essentially the moon event that we have every single year, but this one's a little bit different because if you participate, you'll be able to receive a Seer B tier skin called Moon Narrator, a portrait frame, of course themed around the skin, and a B tier accessory called Regulating Wheel that I think is for Seer, but I can't remember if it's for all survivors or not. We're also getting a ton of returning content added to the store, including Disciples S tier skin, A Visitor to Ulfar, an A tier accessory called Chime, the Dr. S tier skin called Firefly, and of course its matching S tier accessory called Glowing Feather. And in the store, and possibly also in the Spyglass store, and even possibly in the Remnant store, you'll be able to purchase Postman's B tier skin called Autumn Uniform. This is a skin that is upgradable, of course, but you can purchase it base tier for echoes, fragments, or even remnants, according to NetEase. And with 580 echoes, you'll be able to upgrade the skin to its A tier form called Autumn Reverie. In the event store, that could possibly be the Spyglass store, also the event store for the event. Not completely sure on that one. They're not really clear on all of these things. We'll be getting the B tier moon themed skins for Dream Witch, Perfumer, Explorer, Prisoner, Naiad, and Weeping Clown, returning from previous moon events from previous years. We'll also be able to purchase the A tier Postman accessory called Titan Windmill that we seem to get every year at this point, the B tier Ripper accessory called Osmanthus Branch, the B tier Survivor accessory called Lotus Lamp, the B tier Hunter accessory Moon Rabbit Effigy, and the B tier pet called Moon Rabbit. Tons of content that we're getting this week for sure. We're also getting some character days this week, and they are for 2 characters. Mechanic on the 13th is going to have her 5th character day, meaning she's going to be getting a wall hanging portrait to be able to put on your wall in your room. And on the same day, the 13th, Little Girl is going to be getting her 1st character day. I was kind of shocked that it's her 1st. It feels like she's been around for longer than that. Not really sure what happened, but yeah, interesting nonetheless. And she's going to be getting a portrait for your account, essentially. So that's going to be very nice indeed. Now let's talk about what we're getting from the future. We have so much to talk about because they've revealed a ton of content coming over the next couple of months, including, of course, Season 34 details. We are getting Season 34 Essence 1, and that is coming on the 26th. This Essence looks fantastic in my opinion. It has an interesting theme, that's for sure. It looks like it's going to be garden or floral themed. Very cool. The S tier skin is for Embalmer, and it's called Greenhouse. It has butterflies kind of going around him that are glowing and stuff like that. Plants growing on his clothes. Very curious indeed. We're also getting an A tier skin for the Shadow called Organic Phosphorus that has a poison plant, almost poison ivy theme. And this one is my favorite skin in the Essence by far. I really like what it looks like. And there's also an A tier skin for Fire Investigator called Puffing that seems to be a corn or popcorn cowboy themed skin. It's very unique, and I guess we might imagine that his ball will be like popcorn. Maybe? I don't know if that's what they will do, but that seems like it might be more of an S tier skin effect, but who knows. As we can see in the poster in the background as well, we should be able to get also 2 B tiers at least, one of which is for Barmaid, and I think that's Professor at the back there, but maybe I'm wrong, you can tell me down below. As we're getting the new season, we're also getting Season 34 rank rewards coming again on the 26th of this month. That's going to include the S tier accessory for Feaster called All Seeing Eye. That's a really incredibly cool looking tentacle ring or necklace with a glowing eye in the center. Very cool indeed. There are also 2 A tier accessories for the couple that are for Patient called Waking Dream and for Psychologist called Dreamer's Rest. The Waking Dream one for Patient is like a golden alarm clock with glowing blue bells on the top, And then Psychologist 1 seems, as far as I can tell, to match her original S tier skin that she got when she was first announced. It's a pillow with a golden belt and blue feathers on it. Interesting. I think it does match her original S tier, but I might be wrong about that. That's not all that we're getting for Season 34. As you guys may have forgotten, there's also a Logic Path, and they revealed what we're getting for the Logic Path as well. I also want to quickly mention, before I mention which skins we're getting for the Logic Path, that starting next season, NetEase has announced that we'll be getting more clues on the Logic Path, so there'll be more rewards overall for players that go through the Logic Path. The skin that we're getting on the Logic Path is for Postman, and it's an A tier. We don't really know the name of it. Maybe we've seen the Chinese name for it, but not the English name for it. It's like a dark jester theme, as far as I can tell. There's also a B tier accessory that is like a gaslit lamp in the shape of a vase, or vase if you pronounce it like that, and it has like a dark angry face on it. And there's of course a portrait and portrait frame themed around Postman's skin. If you thought that was all that we're getting, well, on the 26th we're also getting an S tier package for Violinist, and I am very excited about this one because this skin looks absolutely fantastic. The S tier skin for him is called Folk Music, and it's a really cool glowing skeletal troubadour or musician theme. It's very nice, and I will be purchasing that almost immediately as soon as it releases, as someone who plays a little bit of Violinist from time to time. There's also an A tier accessory called Sideshow that who knows what the effects are going to be. Maybe it's going to be skeletal glowing golden skeletons when he summons his strings. I don't really know. Also in the store, we don't really know exactly when this will be coming out, but there's going to be a Wu Chang B tier pet that's coming out that's related to his Qilin skin that was his Truth and Inference skin, as far as I remember. I think they announced the original pet and then they had to take away that pet because it was too similar to some other character. I believe it was possibly close to a Pokemon character. But yeah, so they had to redo the pet entirely, and because of this apology, they are going to make it available in the store. It will be available in the store soon and can be obtained using echoes or fragments. And the B tier pet is called Ink Qilin, and it should be permanent in the store, possibly, maybe. Another event that we need to talk about is the upcoming Autumn Harvest event. This event is, as it seems, an autumn themed event, and it's also themed around harvest. That is the same as, of course, the Season 34 Essence 1 skins. They're kind of combined as a theme overall, so you'll see in posters the skins from the Essence are also in the event. There are going to be multiple rewards, of which we're going to have login rewards that you'll be able to get a dynamic portrait of your choice, room music, and also a multitude of different currencies, including remnants. Very interesting. If you participate in the event, you'll be able to get the A tier Fire Investigator accessory called Well Done, an A tier Survivor dish called Blossoming Season, a B tier Little Girl pet called Fall Trip, that's quite fancy I must say. There's a B tier Hunter dish called Baked Alaska. There's a portrait frame, an embalmer sticker, an emote for Little Girl called Watering, and an emote for Violinist called Wine Tasting. There is also going to be a furniture piece that's similar to the tree that we have that changes with each season. This is going to be an A tier, but it's unlocked by participating in the event. I'm not completely sure if it's just another possible form for the tree that we already have, or if it's another tree that you get that has 3 different forms. We'll get more details about it, of course, when that patch comes out. In the Spyglass store, you'll be able to get 2 different dishes, and in the store itself, we're getting a return of a ton of content, but a new piece of content we're getting is a B tier furniture piece. This seems to be a small round table thing, desk thing. It's new, and the returning content we're getting is we're getting the A tier furniture piece called Strings of the Sand, the A tier furniture piece called Deep Sea Dining Table. This had an update where it's going to have an event themed one, so an autumn harvest theme, and there's also going to be a new feature added where I think characters will be able to eat from the table, so that's very cool. And there's also the B tier Maple Rug furniture piece returning. This event will have a public map available that you'll be able to go and visit and interact with different players, as they have been doing recently with events. You'll be able to probably take photos and stuff like that. I think it looks like a different variant of Lakeside Village as far as I can tell, but it could also be the new map that they added recently. I forgot what it's called, the Ashes of Memory one. It looks more like Lakeside if you see those kind of big windmills in the back. It includes trains, slides, swings, dish making, and a ton of other things that you'll be able to do there. Oh, and I wanted to make a quick mention that Sia's offline package, that, you know, his Noir skin that you'll be able to purchase, will be available once again for pre-order on October 5th, as I made a pre-order on September 5th, and I think that's already over. So next month you'll be able to make another, or you'll be able to have another chance to purchase that skin if you want to get it. You see that video on the screen right there? you should probably click it because YouTube thinks that you'll like that one.